last week is just getting so rocked. Like, well, it just started, we're praying for our body, and I just had that picture of all of us, like, in the middle of, like, a big battlefield. And then around us, like, there's a radius of just green, peaceful grass, and then there was all these big men with, like, these shields, and they were, like, leaning into the ground. And then on the other side of them, it was, like, these enemy armies. They were, like, monsters, like, gross looking, and they were just, like, banging up against the shields. They couldn't penetrate. They couldn't get into where we were, and where we were was just peaceful and green. And yeah, I was just asking the Lord in our staff prayer time, like, what is that? Is that, like, victory? Or those angels? But I just felt like the Holy Spirit said that those shields was actually the blessing of the Lord. And to my mind came that Proverbs 10:22, the blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow to it. And just that understanding of where the blessing is, there isn't sorrow, there isn't fear, there isn't anxiety, there isn't unbelief. Like, he doesn't add those things to his blessing. And the blessing of the Lord can't become a curse. And just that idea of, like, wow, it's actually the blessing of the Lord that's protecting us. It's like keeps us safe. But sometimes I think we can be afraid to ask for blessing, you know, because we don't want to be, you know, bless me, clubby here, that kind of thing. And there's for sure, like, some truth to that, but I don't think in fear we should not ask to be blessed. And that was that verse in Psalms you were reading Sunday.
Yeah, it was like Psalm 67. I think it says something like, Lord, bless us and cause your face to shine on us, that your way may be known throughout the earth, your salvation
To the nations.
or something.
That your way might be known. I love that, because it's like for the glory of God. Right? That his nature, like, we live in a world where people think God is punishing us, threatening us, and withholding. Right? Even back to the garden, right? Like, God's withholding something. It's like, man, like, bless us that the world around us can understand the reality of who you are. That you're good and you give good gifts and you want to bless us and prosper us. And I'm just so excited.
Bless us, Lord.
Yeah.
Bless me.
Yeah. Bless us. Yeah, bless me.
Bless me.
Bless us, God.
Just so excited. And our body is just like, let the people of God just bear the mark of blessing in their life. Like, in every area, just to be blessed. Just because that's who he is and the world needs to know. That's right.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Yeah, so good.
Hey, bless me.
Nations.
Yeah.
He promised to Abraham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I will bless you.
And that's what made Israel distinct in the nations of the earth. They were blessed.
That's right.
And people looked at Israel and were like, man, that God of Israel is God. Yeah.
That's right, because of the blessing.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's so good, you guys.
Increase. Revelation.
And then we've been having all these testimonies too, right?
Totally.
People in the body, like just financial testimony.
Crazy stuff.
Terry's testimony of, you know, an investment coming through after 15 years.
Oh,
He
my
thought it was
goodness.
worthless,
Yeah,
and it turned back to be
15
That
years.
is nuts.
15 years.
And crazy with Randy, like, she works for Eastgate, but yet she has another part-time job. And then the day after you had this revelation, what happened?
Yeah, then I went home that night. I'm like, okay, Lord, yeah, bless me, yeah. And just thanking God for the blessing. And then the next day I went to work, and my boss, my office manager there, called me in and just said, hey, you know what, we just really like what you're doing. We just decided we want to give you a raise. Like, out of nowhere.
Come
so
on.
I just took that as a sign.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
The word of God.
Totally.
Bless us.
Many signs shall follow those who believe.
That's
Bless
right.
us, Lord.
Cheers.
Yeah, come
Cheers.
on.
He loves nations.
Hey.
Right?
Amen.
You.
Woo!